From deserts that look like Mars to islands untouched by time, these are 50 places so unreal they don't even look like Earth. And trust me, the last few locations are absolutely insane. Zhangjiajie National Forest, China. Towering sandstone pillars rise through the clouds like something from another planet. This incredible landscape inspired the floating mountains in Avatar, and walking through it honestly feels like stepping into a science fiction movie. The Great Blue Hole, Belize. This giant underwater sinkhole is over 300 meters wide and so deep it disappears into complete darkness beneath the Caribbean Sea. From above, it looks almost unreal, like a portal opening in the middle of the ocean. Holstadt, Austria. Hidden between towering mountains and a crystal-clear lake, Holstadt looks less like a real town and more like a perfect fairy tale. Every corner of this tiny Austrian village feels unbelievably peaceful and cinematic. Socotra Island, Yemen. Socotra is one of the most isolated islands on Earth, home to bizarre dragon blood trees found nowhere else on the planet. The island's strange landscapes make it feel more like another world than a real destination on Earth. Trolltunga, Norway. Suspended high above Norway's fjords, Trolltunga is one of the most dramatic viewpoints in the world. Standing on this narrow rock ledge feels both absolutely terrifying and completely unforgettable at the same time. The White Desert, Egypt. Wind and sand have sculpted these surreal white rock formations into shapes that look almost like giant frozen mushrooms in the desert. At sunrise and sunset, the entire landscape starts to feel completely surreal. Meteora, Greece. Ancient monasteries sit impossibly high on towering rock pillars, creating one of the most breathtaking landscapes in all of Greece. It's hard to believe people managed to build these structures hundreds of years ago. Lençóis Maranhenses, Brazil. After the rainy season, this Brazilian desert transforms into a maze of crystal blue lagoons surrounded by endless white sand dunes. It's one of the very few deserts on Earth that actually fills with water. Skellig Michael, Ireland. Rising sharply from the Atlantic Ocean, this remote island monastery feels like the edge of the known world. The island became even more famous after appearing in the Star Wars movies. Pamukkale, Turkey. These bright white terraces filled with warm turquoise water were created naturally over thousands of years by mineral-rich springs. From above, the entire landscape almost looks like a frozen waterfall. Deadblay, Namibia. In the heart of Namibia lies a silent valley where ancient dead trees stand frozen in time among massive red sand dunes. Vinicunca, Peru. Known as the Rainbow Mountains of Peru, Vinicunca remained hidden beneath layers of snow and ice for centuries. Today, its surreal, colorful stripes make it one of the most breathtaking landscapes anywhere in South America. Huacachina, Peru. Right in the middle of Peru's endless desert lies Huacachina, a tiny oasis surrounded by gigantic rolling sand dunes. It almost feels like a place that shouldn't even exist. Marble Caves, Chile. Deep in the remote wilderness of Chilean Patagonia, the marble caves were slowly carved by water over thousands of years into glowing blue swirling formations unlike anywhere else on Earth. Komodo National Park, Indonesia. This remote Indonesian archipelago is home to the legendary Komodo dragon, the largest lizard on Earth. Watching these ancient predators move through the wild feels like stepping back into prehistoric times. Chefchaouen, Morocco. Nestled deep within the mountains of northern Morocco, Chefchaouen is famous for its streets painted almost entirely in shades of blue. Walking through the city feels calm, dreamlike, and completely unique. Mont Saint-Michel, France. Rising dramatically from the coast of France, Mont Saint-Michel looks like something straight out of a fantasy movie. During high tide, the medieval island becomes completely surrounded by water. The Pinnacles, Australia. In the deserts of Western Australia, thousands of mysterious limestone pillars rise from the sand, creating one of the strangest and most surreal landscapes in the country. Wadi Rum, Jordan. With its massive red cliffs and endless desert valleys, Wadi Rum in Jordan feels more like Mars than Earth. Its unreal landscapes have even been used as the backdrop for multiple Hollywood sci-fi movies. Seljalandsfoss, Iceland. One of Iceland's most famous waterfalls, Seljalandsfoss is one of the few places in the world where you can actually walk behind the waterfall itself. The experience feels absolutely surreal. Sigiriya, Sri Lanka. Rising high above the jungles of Sri Lanka, Sigiriya is an ancient rock fortress built on top of a massive stone plateau. More than 1,000 years ago, this incredible place served as a royal palace hidden high above the surrounding wilderness. Cenotes of Yucatan, Mexico. Hidden beneath the jungles of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula are natural pools known as cenotes, filled with some of the clearest water on Earth. Many of them were considered sacred by the ancient Maya civilization. Ait Ben Haddou, Morocco. Ait Ben Haddou is a legendary fortified desert city in Morocco that looks completely frozen in time. Its ancient clay buildings have appeared in countless Hollywood movies and TV shows, including Gladiator and Game of Thrones. The 12 Apostles, Australia. Standing along Australia's dramatic southern coastline, the 12 Apostles are massive limestone rock formations constantly battered by the wild Southern Ocean. At sunset, the cliffs glow with incredible golden colors. Lake Natron, Tanzania. With its deep red water and extreme alkaline conditions, Lake Natron is one of the harshest environments on Earth. The landscape feels almost apocalyptic, yet it remains an important breeding ground for flamingos. Bagan, Myanmar. Spread across endless plains in Myanmar, Bagan is home to thousands of ancient temples and pagodas built centuries ago. Watching hundreds of hot air balloons rise above the temples at sunrise is an unforgettable sight. Coober Pedy, Australia. In the scorching Australian outback, the town of Coober Pedy became famous for something unusual. Many of its residents actually live underground to escape the extreme desert heat. Floating islands of Uros, Peru. On the waters of Lake Titicaca, the Uros people created entire floating islands made completely from reeds. These unique handmade islands have been home to local communities for generations. Vatnajökull Ice Caves, Iceland. Hidden beneath Europe's largest glacier, the Vatnajökull Ice Caves glow with stunning shades of blue ice. Every winter, the caves change shape, creating a completely different world beneath the glacier. Giant's Causeway, Northern Ireland. Made up of thousands of perfectly shaped basalt columns, the Giant's Causeway is one of the most unusual natural formations in the world. According to local legend, it was built by a giant crossing the sea. Oia, Greece. Perched high above the Aegean Sea, Oia is famous for its white houses, blue domes, and some of the most beautiful sunsets in the world. Every evening, the entire village glows in shades of orange and gold as the sun disappears into the sea. Chocolate Hills, Philippines. Spread across the island of Bohol, the Chocolate Hills are made up of more than 1,000 perfectly shaped hills stretching across the landscape. During the dry season, the grass turns brown, giving them their famous chocolate-like appearance. Mount Roraima, Venezuela. Rising above the clouds on the border of Venezuela, Mount Roraima is one of the oldest geological formations on Earth. Its flat summit and mysterious cliffs inspired stories like The Lost World and still feel completely untouched by time. Hampi, India. Once the capital of a powerful empire, Hampi is now a surreal landscape filled with ancient temples, giant boulders, and hidden ruins scattered across southern India. The entire area feels like an open-air archaeological wonder. Avenue of the Baobabs, Madagascar. In western Madagascar, the Avenue of the Baobabs is lined with enormous ancient trees that tower above the road like something from a fantasy movie. Some of these incredible trees are believed to be hundreds of years old. Røyne, Norway. Surrounded by dramatic Arctic mountains and deep blue fjords, Røyne is one of the most beautiful fishing villages in all of Norway. During winter, the northern lights often dance above the village and surrounding peaks. Danakil Depression, Ethiopia. With its neon-colored pools, steaming vents, and extreme temperatures, the Danakil Depression is one of the hottest and most alien-looking places on Earth. The landscape looks so unreal, it almost feels like another planet. Neuschwanstein Castle, Germany. Hidden among the mountains of Bavaria, Neuschwanstein Castle looks exactly like a real-life fairy tale castle. Its magical appearance even inspired Disney's famous Sleeping Beauty castle. Dolomites, Italy. The Dolomites are famous for their dramatic jagged peaks and breathtaking alpine landscapes. At sunset, the mountains often glow in beautiful shades of pink and orange in a phenomenon known as alpenglow. Plain of Jars, Laos. Scattered across the hills of Laos, thousands of giant ancient stone jars create one of the world's greatest archaeological mysteries. To this day, nobody knows exactly why these massive jars were originally built. Setenil de las Bodegas, Spain. Built directly beneath massive rock overhangs, Setenil de las Bodegas is one of the most unique towns in all of Spain. Many of its houses are literally carved into the cliffs, creating an incredible blend of nature and architecture. Antelope Canyon, United States. Hidden beneath the Arizona desert, Antelope Canyon is famous for its flowing sandstone walls and glowing beams of light. Over thousands of years, flash floods sculpted the canyon into the surreal shape seen today. Abu Simbel Temples, Egypt. Carved directly into solid rock more than 3,000 years ago, the temples of Abu Simbel remain one of the greatest achievements of ancient Egypt. The gigantic statues guarding the entrance make the entire site feel absolutely monumental. Cartagena, Colombia. With its colorful colonial streets, lively music, and Caribbean atmosphere, Cartagena is one of the most vibrant cities in South America. Every corner of the city feels filled with history, energy, and culture. Kamchatka Peninsula, Russia. Located in one of the most remote parts of the world, the Kamchatka Peninsula is a land of active volcanoes, wild bears, and untouched wilderness. Few places on Earth still feel this raw and unexplored. Manumvasia, Greece. Hidden on a giant sea rock off the coast of Greece, Manumvasia is a breathtaking medieval town surrounded by ancient stone walls. Walking through its narrow streets feels like traveling hundreds of years back in time. Altai Mountains, Mongolia. Stretching across remote parts of Mongolia, the Altai Mountains are home to vast, untouched landscapes and ancient nomadic traditions that still survive today. The region feels wild, peaceful, and completely disconnected from the modern world. Dead Sea, Jordan. The Dead Sea is the lowest place on Earth and one of the saltiest bodies of water in the world. Its extreme salt concentration allows people to float effortlessly on the surface without even trying. Tsingy de Bemaraha, Madagascar. Tsingy de Bemaraha looks like a giant stone forest filled with razor-sharp limestone spikes stretching endlessly across the landscape. It's one of the most extreme and otherworldly places anywhere on the planet. Pantanal, Brazil. The Pantanal in Brazil is the world's largest tropical wetland and one of the best places on Earth to see wild jaguars, caimans, and giant river otters. During sunrise, the entire landscape comes alive with incredible wildlife and reflections across the water. From ancient cities hidden in deserts to landscapes that look like another planet, places like these remind us just how unbelievable our world truly is. So the question is, which one are you visiting first? If this video made you want to travel the world, make sure to subscribe for more incredible places you need to see before you die.